Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 3 with Black Ice 9.11. Just looking here. Yeah, these guys are going to get on board. They don't need to keep having a vacation in Ceylon. Been having a lot of fun with Hearts of Iron 4 with the new Man the Guns DLC, but time to do more of this, and I still very much enjoy this. Okay. So let's let this rock and roll. We're having problems of success again. Occupation problems. Uh-oh, shattered. Okay. Got that finally. Okay. Another shatter. Oh, Red Sea, good. Another shatter. Okay, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer here, but we are... I think I either went too soon, maybe needed to wait for these guys, but these guys are Paras and Marines. You know, Paras and Marines, and you know, they're really good units, but they just don't stand up against like armor units well. So I don't know if this whole Saudi attack is ill-advised. Yeah, that's about ready to shatter. Okay, get them to port that attack. They're about ready to go down. Though this is looking like a little bit of a bright spot. Now, as you can see, it is not a practical thing for us to cut these guys off like I was hoping before. So I think actually shortening the front may be the best thing, and then just remaining on the defensive like we mostly are here. And hoping we can do that successfully. Like I said, we're having a little bit of problems of success. I don't mean to be constantly down, but we're having success problems is, you know, revolt risks that we want to bring down, partially so we don't have revolts, of course, but also so that we can extract more oil and things from our possessions. So yeah, not terrible, but now if we can move, oh, I hate when it does that. If we can move great bulk of this army up there, now that's a whole different thing. Because basically we've got the Australians beat us. Sorry, my Australian friends. I mean, they're still hard fighting to do, no doubt, but we've got them beat. Okay. Oh, our current officers. Okay, we're back to 100. So what we're going to do here is increase that a bit more. I'd like it 110, and that would help things out. And we're getting more divisions. Good. We'll deal with those maybe in a minute, because I think there's like 3 coming pretty soon. So I'll try to drop all 3 onto ships and also do the personnel management. Okay, where did we face our defeat? Down here or up here? Okay, here, yeah. Well, the 7 armored division against our armored division. No, stop. Defend. We do have a tank destroyer regiment, so we have a, you know, what's our... Well, heart attack is 10 for this, piercing is 38, so that may be enough, because even though we just have light tanks, that may be enough to defend against the desert rats, but I think they get some uber bonuses. Yeah, that was the right choice. Though still, I want to push to the sea. Okay, you're coming to there. You stay right where you're at. Oh yeah, first tension, whatever. Okay, you move to there. Help them hopefully hold against this juggernaut that's hitting on, landing on them. They're cleaning that up. Okay, oil refining advance. Very good. And no, we don't want to keep pushing that at 47 technology. And we are now flush with amount of research available and the number of projects currently researching. Well, you know, I just thought what could be helpful here. I don't know if that province get it, but well, pocket battleship would be a little bit, but well, that'd be a bit more. Do we have a? I thought we had a. I know we had the one battle, one big super battleship that the Yamato here barely got out. Yeah, they're doing actually fairly good. So you guys come up here, do some coastal battleship kind of, or you know, bombarding the coast. I think in the meantime, let's get the one with group with a pocket battleship and 2 heavy cruisers. Just come up and park. Oh, you can't. Okay. Okay, you come to here. Rebase to there. Yeah, support the attack. Good. We might have a chance with some of these on the defensive. Some of these, we'll see. Make this a 2 front. There we go. See the chances or the odds change heavily. Got that. Okay, well, they're gonna shatter themselves with just those 3. We're facing the opposite over here with a lot more than 3. Yeah, yeah, you're doing good work, the 2 of you. Yeah, you are. Okay, submarine fire control has improved. Okay, good. Well, we really don't need more organization, because you see we're having units shattered, meaning we have so much organization that we're fighting them until we kill all the troops off. And though this, the effect of infantry and assault, that would be good. So we'll do that. Combat effectiveness improved. That's why they do those global balance things. Okay, there's 2 units there. Okay, you're in port. You now have a little bit of supply. Good. Your aircraft CAGs. Well, I can replace the CAGs, so you just, oh, you can't get up to there? Why can you patrol there but you can't move there? range 4,000, 4,000, 5,000, 3,900, 3,900, 3,800, 3,500. DD's just, oh wait, oh there, see that, the Momoy class, okay. No, old destroyers, okay. Useful. They've presumably helped us win a lot of the battles. Now we should, oh, we still can't. Is it because this is blocked? Oh damn, that does seem within range. Okay, so we're gonna recombine these. Okay, so it's not the range of the ships, it's the conditions that this is a sea zone, that they control both sides, so I can't properly enter it. Okay. That's some of the problem with Hearts of Iron 3. That isn't a problem with Hearts of Iron 4. Again, I'm sorry if you get bored of me comparing the two games. They're from the same company. They have the same sort of name. 3 and 4 is the change. But what Hearts of Iron 4 really as a design choice was to go, see this river here? Okay, now here, this river is actually doing pretty well. But let's go with, let's look somewhere else. Okay, see this river here. Okay, in Susengard province. Okay, what sides of the province do you get defensive bonuses and attack penalties for attacking into this province? Because it has a river in the middle of it. And this river, presumably, and I'm vaguely, yeah, it's probably, sort of looks that way on the map. Okay. We don't know. We can guess that it may be from this province to attacking here and from here to here. But, well, still holding the province, does it matter if you're coming from this side or is it coming from flanking here? Or if you're coming from down here, does this matter? I really love that Hearts of Iron 4 decided to go with rivers along the edge of a province so that we can clearly go, oh yeah, that's where the defensive bonuses are, or the attacking penalties are, or however, in whichever or both they may be. And so you know that. And now it falls down a bit when you come to, say, here, you know, I know many of you are European, so you're very familiar with Paris and the map. The Seine meanders through Paris. You can't have Paris on one side. You know, you can't do it. Now, you sort of do it and have a Paris province, and then I think it's like a Versailles province or something that is another urban province, but only one of them counts as the capital for, you know, control of the capital and the victory point, you know, of that, and to, you know, what directions you get river bonuses. You could, I guess, theoretically make an island of Paris. As I'm sitting here thinking about that, you know, that's probably what I would have done. I would have just come in and drew a river all the way around Paris. And because, and I was thinking of this, what made me Ile de Paris, you know, the sort of named after the island of Paris or whatever, that's in the middle of the river. And so that you can, you know, to fully take the province, you need to battle, you know, across the river. And so either side, now theoretically, of course, you could do a pincer movement, you know, one attack from one side and the other side, and maybe nullify that. So maybe that'd fall down. But, you know, Berlin, you have not as big a river situation, but there is some rivers there. It's not as big a river as, it's not, I remember I've been there briefly. No, Moscow also does have a river, though it's not even on here, that meanders through through the city. So yeah, it falls down a little bit at some levels, but generally speaking, I like that. And so the thing that blocks coming into a C zone, they use mix of provinces and zones. I'm a little more content on zones, air zones and C zones. I'm not content on the state mechanic, but it's at a specifically at the controls at the entering or leaving the province. So wherever you draw this line between Skagerrak and Eastern Norwegian Trench, you know, whether you draw it here, you draw it up here, you draw it way out here, wherever the, you know, you sort of draw the line. That is so you can fully go into this province, but not, you know, the crossing is affects just that. And each one, unlike this one, in this game, each one of these things can have a different set of conditions for neutral, friendly, which would be enemy for the other side, and contested, meaning like Germany controls here and neutral or friendly controls the other side, what can pass and what can't pass during that. And I like, so you could make something that, you know, no, submarines can't pass here. They did during World War I, I know, but it was, if you read some historical fiction that I think captured that, I read from World War I, captured probably fairly accurately from stuff about some of the British submarine missions, how they just, and they were small World War I submarines without anybody having real sonar against them, trying to get through here into the Sea of Marmara. You know, once you're in there, that's actually a fairly big body of water, but you know, you could get through there, and I think this is maybe even a bit more easy to close down. So you can have, and obviously things like the Suez Canal, you know, even contested, you know, submarines, because if you look at it, and someday I'll found a nice like photograph of a battleship in the middle of the desert, basically, you know, battleship going through the Suez Canal. You know, controlling one side or the other completely shuts down for any traffic. You know, so if it's contested, you can't slip submarines through. But if this is contested, you can slip submarines through, kind of thing. You know, so you can tailor each one of these narrows, and you can add more. Where there's, I think, a fixed number of narrows. Maybe this map or one of the other ones has actually moved one of the narrows, but or two. But yeah, so you know, for all of you who, for very good reasons, have things to dislike in Hearts of Iron 4, and if you do note, I'm still playing this, you know, this game, so that I do, you know, agree with you to an extent that that hasn't replaced. I thought it by now it would have replaced Hearts of Iron 3 in my channel. Not in everybody, because you're always going to have some people. I know a few people still play Hearts of Iron 2, for God's sake. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I've never played it, so that's why I'm not saying it's a bad game, but I don't know whether it's system specs or just people don't want to handle, you know, units like this and just want to have, because it hasn't been so long ago, I mean within the last year, how do you combine divisions, you know, because they wanted to combine them into an army, so then, you know, that's not what this game does. And so if that's the level of play you want to do, and that's not wrong, that's actually, to me, what strategic command is. You know, you have corps and armies. You don't have, you know, divisions, really. You can figure what the paratrooper type unit is meant to represent or not, whether that's meant to be a division or meant to be um, you know, a small core in that game. I don't really know. They don't specify. That's sort of why you don't know. And you could kind of sort of figure out maybe what they mean by looking at how many. Yeah, Romania. Maybe they get up to 2 sort of armored type units, all very, very badly equipped. That you could call an armored division, and they get 1 in the game. Now it's German paid for, so with sort of because it's the equipment's on the German equipment base, not on the conditions, not on its own, on a Romanian. So it's sort of like German equipped, Romanian manpower supplied kind of thing. Well, we have a few of these operating, so let's do that. We'll upgrade that. Not that we needed more men, but sure. Good thing to get. Okay. Yep, keep pushing on them, especially if they're mostly headquarters. Units that we're battling, okay. Okay, so we're here, nearly shattered. We're there, not shattered at all. Okay, get across the river. We don't need to battle on that river anymore. You stop. You just stay right there and hope you can hold out. Yeah, because if we at least get to here, that cuts off supply that isn't coming through either Tel Aviv or Beirut. Not that I don't know if that'd be enough. There's you know, how many divisions here? Let's see. 15 and 5. Yeah. So that's, well, then there's 18 support units. So, and 18 artillery pieces. So they're 20 with Marine Corps. I'm thinking headquarters. Yeah, well, there's well more than 20 units just there. And here, probably almost another 20 divisions. Or, you know, divisional-like things. Bit less here. There's, of course, 3 retreating. And some of these other stacks aren't small either. Some are less than, you know, divisions, you know, sort of brigade type formation. So we you may be able to starve them out. Don't know. I think I've exhausted most of my air power, and I'm right now sort of got to the point that I don't know if it's all that useful to burn it up right now. Either supporting attacks or supporting defenses. Okay, you just help. I'll keep pushing into there. No, you come this way. You come this way, because if anything, we're going to extract you out through here. Okay, sure, plunk doctrine. These kind of things will help our battle. Will help, because, you know, our reckless assaults and masterful blitzes are going to be better, more effective, more often. Steel production advance. Very good. Steel is not a critical thing for us. Nothing is critical, of course, though. Oil is, you know, taking some big hits and some of these other things. So, well, steel, yeah, production will help, but it's, say, not critical. I think we could get more by better occupation. Get down to about half, which is what we have in oil. Then we might start to think a little more about some of the, you know, what should we do? Oh, what else is inefficient research steel? Oh, we didn't stop it. I thought I stopped it. There we go. No, we we still have another. Well, let's start doing single engine fighter prototypes. Year 1945 types. Well, maybe Melbourne will. Capturing that will give us enough to knock them out. We keep winning the battle as the more units retreat into there and then get defeated. So actually right now I would be sort of happy to have a large Australian army as a puppet army. That does sort of show you how bad some of this system is. Okay, well, these guys are coming here, these guys, Fiji French, they look like they can do okay-ish, but yeah, some of those are pretty weak. Okay, let's see if we can send in a infantry tank to help support that. Let's do similar here. And that there, I think. Now let's put you into the mountain stuff. See if you can keep pushing back. We move some of these exhausted units that are rebuilding. Oh, we should probably do a sort of secondary line defense. If win the first one. Ooh, we've got some more big special attacks here. Everybody's attacking Melbourne, good. Okay. I don't know if that's a popular thing or an unpopular thing. So it's sort of like in America, it might be popular if you attack New Jersey, like who really cares about New Jersey? But attack some other places, people care about it. Yeah, I know. New Jerseyites will be upset from what I said. Okay. We do have now, some transports here that I sent because we have some other divisions that we can move forward, and we will. Okay, the 45th Division, you're all going to become part of that. And Fortress Buster, let's see what we can do. Oh, that ain't bad. We'll leave him in charge. Okay, looking here. There's something I need to save, which would just delay sending out if I don't have. I need more HQs now. Most divisions I think I'm building now here there have HQs as part of them. You can see I did move a couple of MP Kempetai divisions up to the top to push those through a bit faster. Oh, I was looking for something and I just stopped paying attention. Okay, yeah, no particular use for the veteran HQs. I mean, obviously you can use them everywhere or anywhere. Oh, well, let's do this first. Let's figure out who's gonna lead this. I prefer to have a face on it instead of a faceless guy. Yeah, there we go. And since that's going to join him, we'll keep his full organization level. There we go. They'll gain experience quite quickly. I'm more interested in their starting traits than, you know, whether it's so defensive, that's probably going to be good. Okay, dissent reaction. Okay, we don't really care about occupation policies, do we, at the moment for frontline units? Okay. Get on board ship. Get on board ship. Get on board ship. Get on board ship and get on board ship. Okay, there we go. Get those up front. We'll take the police division. Just decrying not having enough in the frontal areas. There we go. Another division. Get on board. Mechanized corps. Okay. Yeah, that could maybe save. So, having a little bit of artillery there might be useful for some HQs as opposed to just more generic things. Okay, there we go. Okay, we'll actually throw on a light cruiser. A little better escorted. Okay, and just in case they bump into something, there's a lot of good valuable units. Infantry, yeah, but infantry can be useful everywhere, so we're gonna come here. Because we also have over here, okay, there, that's already left, okay. Have another ship that's heading out, or another shipload that's heading out. Okay, they still need, where did they get? Here, I think, yes. Light infantry types heading for reinforcement up. Okay, these guys had recently been out fighting out in the desert. And yes, Japanese did have a bunch of cavalry. We're moving up here, partially because they're shattered, so that they are not terribly useful right now on any frontline service, but they're going to reorganize, but even still, they're not terribly great, especially in the offensive. But they might mean the difference between, you know, holding the line long enough for retreating units to retreat and having units be overrun, kind of thing. That was out in the Lat that just shattered. Okay, that was part of this. Oh, you guys dig in better. Just dig in. If you're not going to hold them long right now, but there's two divisions there. Okay. You guys come down and reinforce that. New industrial zone, very good. Construction, right, okay, stop that. And trade interdiction has advanced. I don't know, is that finished? No, but we'll... Oh, we still have a little more. Okay, their artillery a little better. Just a flying boat to deploy, okay. Got reinforcements coming. Don't think you're going to be in time, really, but we got them coming, and we got some guys out here coming. Yeah, 3 right in that one stack, so... Should have waited for these forces, I think. I say that because I don't know, because... don't know how well we would have held out on the Iraqi front without this. Okay. Well, could attach to a bed over this way. Yeah, more of these guys currently reinforcing, so we'll put you out here. Just might as well have you a little further forward. How much I should do with that, though. Hopefully that's reduced revolt risk here, because yeah, we're down to no revolt risk, so, well, not any better on oil right now, but still won't get a revolt there. Join the fight. Okay, Air Force HQ's good. That's nice. We're gonna let that continue because that is helping our organization morale with air units. Yay! And it also gives us some more HQs. Not that we need them, but if you do notice, I am using not well, you know, managing, but you know, getting a bunch of these guys out. It probably just showed up there or here, down here, as like occupation and rear area things. That's sort of what they're sort of good at. Okay, you guys get on board. Might as well get you up there now. These guys will come back to here. Oh, they, whatever. Don't really care about that province enough to move him off. Partially he's slow. Man, we can now add more. Okay, well, yeah, I think another armor division. And we just had a crash. So, well, that ends this episode. I want to thank you for watching. Thanks for liking the videos. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I don't know how much of that I'll have to replay. Oh, no. Okay, well, see you next time. Thanks so much.